Coach, how do you feel the game got off this afternoon?
I thought we had a really good first half. Thought we played really well the first half. Thought we did some good things the second half. I thought too many loose ends the second half. Not as consistent as the first half, and I felt like we should have been. Good overall game, I guess. I think we improved. I think we did get a week better. I would have liked to have gotten even more better, but.
Coach, you started off the game rushing the ball. Was that something that was on the game plan this weekend, or did the media get in your head at all?
No, I could care less what plays you guys like. Don't even have a remote care in the world on it. We felt like we'd be able to run the ball against these guys. They run that stack look, and the same guy calling the defense was at Arizona, and we had success running the ball there, so we thought we would today.
Coach, you got to rotate a lot of the young guys in on both offense and defense. How do you think they played today?
Mixed. I think mixed. I mean, that's why you want to get them experience the best you can, so you can get better at it. I thought we were mixed.
You ever had a game where you've been able to dip into your depth chart so much they're not even on the roster come game day?
Like who? I can't think of. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the roster anyway, but the travel guys. But probably.
Seemed like there were quite a few opportunities where guys were getting a lot of yards after the catch or breaking the first tackle. Do you think that was a good category today?
I thought we improved on that yards after the catch and making people miss. I thought we were more consistent at going straight up field today than we have been.
What are your thoughts on Jihad Woods and his first career start?
He does a good job. He's been doing a good job in practice. We'll have to see the film to give a thorough answer, but he's been playing real well, and I think that Jihad's a guy that's really kind of developed into a player, I think, quite quickly. And he's kind of a big hit guy. So, yeah, and then, he's smart, especially for a young guy.
Renard Bell had his second 100-yard receiving game. What has he been doing to allow him to succeed so much early on in his career?
He's an extremely coachable guy. He does what you tell him to do. He's always, he never gets in his own way. He's like one of the most incredibly upbeat guy, even though he's kind of quiet. He's always kind of cheery. So if you're in a crummy mood, long story short, I need to hang out with Renard Bell all the time. As a matter of fact, next game I think I'm going to room with Renard Bell, and but he puts you in a good mood, and the thing is he does exactly what you tell him, and steadily has improved, and he's improved a lot, between the end of last season. So, and I think he continues to get better.
Seemed like Luke had pretty good time back there.
I thought pretty well. They brought three a lot. I thought he had pretty good time. I thought he. I don't think he should. Several of those sacks I think he could have avoided. Not that the time was perfect, but nothing's ever perfect, and so he needs to avoid that. And then the second half I thought we were more inconsistent as far as how we protected and how we run blocked.
Do you think this is the best game Luke has had in just spreading out the wealth? 13 receivers with a reception. How do you think he's?
I don't know. I mean, we try to do that anyway, but I thought he did. Yeah, he really only had 2 series that I objected to, which is pretty good. Which I think is a pretty good job.
How do you think that Pelur's absence was filled this afternoon?
Pelur's in the locker room and with us, so he really wasn't very absent.
Coach, what do you think about what Matt's got going on the other side? Is that foundation kind of there for this program, beating Nevada?
Yeah, I think they're getting better. I think, I think that they got some speed out there. I think the battle's always to get everybody on the same page, and you never do that perfectly, but then you get more consistent at it. But I think, they really run some good things. I think one thing that was disruptive today was our defensive line. I think you know, it's not so much that they didn't get guys open or have people as much as, you know, up front, we were doing a good job of affecting them most of the day, I thought.
Was there any worry this week about looking ahead to next Friday, or, I mean, are you impressed the way the guys kind of focused on the task at hand today?
I thought we focused on the task at hand, you know, I mean, you always wonder, I mean, you know, you don't want them to listen to the outside noise. I mean, if the outside noise, you know, regardless of who it is, not just you guys, but, you know, I mean, I got a pile of relatives and friends that are experts on every football game I've ever been involved in. So you guys are in good company. You know, that got their 2 cents worth, and I'm sure these guys hear it from girlfriends, English teachers, and, you know, the guy at the coffee shop on campus or whatever. And, you know, they have to have the discipline to shut that out and just focus on their job and us. And I think that can be challenging, especially now with all the information age and stuff going around. But, you know, that's always been part of it. That's always been part of the discipline that you have to have. And, of course, we talk about if everybody on the outside knew so much, why are they asking us questions, you know? I mean, you know, so we need to have the discipline to just focus on little things and our jobs.
Jalen seems to be in the right place at the right time a few times today. Has 3 interceptions now. What has he done well for 4 games into the season?
Just incredible intensity. He's very intense. Jalen's also pound for pound, very strong guy. You know, he'll walk in here in a minute and be a skinny little old guy, but he hits harder than most skinny guys. And you know, fast. You know, a lot of intangibles too, as far as just being smart where he needs to be. And part of it, I think he's a very confident player, and I think that's what's let him play early and allowed him to improve a lot.
Kieran McBroom continues his good play early on in the season. Is it nice to see his progression and be able to have a legitimate person behind Daniel to come in and take up space?
Yeah, he's been good for quite a while. The other thing, I think McBroom typically has good technique. Like if you're breaking in, you know, technique drills and all that, if you have to get a point across, McBroom's a pretty good guy to start with. So I think that, you know, just as far as some of his technique stuff, he's been a pretty decent example to a lot of those guys.
Coach, your team is 4-0 right now. It's the first time that WCU's been 4-0 since 2001. Does that have any meaning to you?
No. I mean, I'm glad we're 4-0, but I mean, got to focus on the next one, you know.
Coach, speaking of that next one, how tough is it to lose a day? Why don't you just take us into how you guys make up for that?
Well, we're gonna talk about it. The biggest thing, the most difficult is Sunday and Monday, because you gotta get the game plan in and get through a whole pile of film. And yeah, the toughest is always Sunday and Monday is always the toughest, and it's just accelerated and a little tougher yet losing the day.
Do you think the offensive line played their best game today?
Well, I don't know. You know, if you need 4th and a foot, we probably ought to be able to get that. I would say they played the first half. I thought they really played a good first half. I think they really played a good first half, and then some of it's just kind of collective mentality. And it starts with us as coaches. It starts with me as a coach. Everybody's a coach, you know. You know, you can't let the scoreboard affect you, and I think that second half we let the scoreboard affect us some.
Do you have a benchmark as to when your starters stay into the game, like a point spread or a certain time?
No, it's when I feel like it, pretty much. And then if they screw up and I get mad, then the stars are going back in.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Jamal and James.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.